Video games are one of my favorite terms of media. I like all kinds of games. They reflect on my personal taste and interest on multiple levels. They can also reflect on life, vent my stress, temper my boredom, and teach me new and more important, interesting things. There are two types of games, roller coaster and sandbox. Roller coaster is the most common, where a player in the game is already going along on a predetermined path of interaction that was set by the developers of the game. And Sandbox, however, is more of an open world design. It's made for players to enjoy creativity and total immersions with other players, like Sims and Minecraft. I play mostly roller coaster type games for many reasons. They tend to have a better storyline, greater visuals, and usually more competitive gameplay. The skyscraper theory applies very strongly to the video game industry. They are generally seen as something from the lower culture, but they have evolved so much since their humble beginnings. I will talk about skyscrapers theory in different ways as it applies to video games. Video games have three qualities that affects its value: storyline, graphics, and gameplay. The skyscraper theory is probably best observed in video games in regards to its graphic. Some games and franchises market themselves solely on their graphics capability. For example, Crisis and its sequels was the game that was used to rate laptops and desktops for their overall strength and capability back in 2008 to 2013. The reason for this was the game was extremely hard for most computers to run. The marketing for Crysis was famous because everyone wanted to play the game only because it was so advanced, but not many people were but many people were locked out because their computers were not strong enough to play even with the game running at its lowest setting. At the time, it would cost a $2,000 computers to run the game. Consoles were usually just around 400. People want what they cannot afford or have. On a storyline base, there are clearly video games intended for high culture as well. The entire BioShock series is like this. The games deals with ideological issues that were presented only in the most intelligent literature. Plenty of people played the game but did not understand it because it was simply too difficult to comprehend. Fortunately, the gameplay made it very popular. A lot of games have poor or mediocre graphics and even weak stories, but excellent gameplay, meaning a very high replay value. A good example of this would be Super Mario. They never pushed it envelope in terms of graphics, but they are easily accessible, purchase, and play-wise. This indicates low culture. However, it offers a lot in terms of gameplay that many games don't. Very few games satisfy all three requirements. The vast majority of them are low culture. Poor stories, mediocre gameplay, and standard graphics are all hallmarks of this. Lately, the games have basement level low culture because some of them are bugged or even broken. Some games are just mindless, aka cell phone games.